2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35. Five-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 38, Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Mike. 180. Rip left, rip left. Watch the eye. Check 52. Back, back, back. Alert. Here we go. It's done.
Now the 2nd year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the 22, Allen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. First down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 40-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Allen now looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 56.
Hey, orbit.
56 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, 56, the mic, boys. 56. Is that 56?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. These two teams all tied after one.
Round 80. Watch it, divide. Watch middle. Go.
On play action, Allen. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen now throwing again. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing now is Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's got a first down past the 30. And a cut to the side. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida, 84 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You must be dreaming. Regular.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Smith here. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Smith. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Allen now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Allen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
But he completes it to Cohen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Here's Locke to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Clock now to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
A final shot before half for Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 1, Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On first down, this is Geis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, Haywood! You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing it.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 46.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now Allen. Past the 20. There he goes right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown Packers. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
132 fighter. Get ready.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Give them 32 on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lock now on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Zerline's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Big Dan. Go. All 52.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Touchdown, Packers! Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Check 20 to Lord.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, exit. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive, and on the last go-around they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant, and he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Locke will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant, and he's got this down to the 35. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that